Stop throwing away $200 on a new car battery. 80% of summer battery failures are a fake illusion caused by extreme under-hood heat evaporating internal acid, creating insulating sulfate crystals that strangle your electrical current. Today, I'm going to show you 10 different ways to clean battery terminals, starting with the simplest methods and working our way up to the technique that many mechanics use for the best results. Number 10, the hot water method. Let's start with one of the simplest battery terminal cleaning methods on this list, the hot water method. Many people don't realize that a large portion of battery corrosion is actually water soluble, which means it can be loosened and washed away without using any chemicals. Simply heat some water until it's hot but not boiling, and carefully pour it over the corroded battery terminals. As the water runs across the surface, you'll often see white and blue corrosion begin breaking apart almost instantly. This method is quick, free, and perfect for light corrosion. However, if the buildup has been sitting there for months or years, hot water alone may not be enough. In that case, you'll need a method that can actually neutralize the acid causing the corrosion in the first place. Number 9, baking soda and water. If hot water isn't enough to remove the corrosion, it's time to use one of the most effective battery cleaning methods available, baking soda and water. Simply mix about 1 tablespoon of baking soda with a cup of water and slowly pour the solution over the corroded terminals. You'll immediately notice fizzing and bubbling, which is a sign that the baking soda is neutralizing the acidic residue responsible for the corrosion. Let the mixture sit for a minute, then wipe away the loosened buildup or scrub lightly if needed. This method is inexpensive, easy to perform, and works much better than water alone. But if corrosion has worked its way into tight spaces around the terminals, you'll need a tool that can reach deeper, which brings us to the next method. Number 8, the toothbrush method. Sometimes corrosion hides in small gaps and corners that water and baking soda simply can't reach. That's where the toothbrush method comes in. After applying your cleaning solution, grab an old toothbrush and begin scrubbing around the battery posts, terminal clamps, and any visible corrosion. Use firm but controlled pressure to avoid damaging nearby plastic components. However, if corrosion has built up inside the terminal clamp itself, even a toothbrush may not be enough. For that, you'll need a tool specifically designed for battery terminals. Number 7, battery terminal cleaning brush. If you want to clean battery terminals like a professional mechanic, a battery terminal cleaning brush is one of the best tools you can use. Unlike a regular toothbrush, this tool is specifically designed to clean both the outside of the battery post and the inside of the terminal clamp. Simply insert the brush into the terminal connector and twist it several times to remove corrosion and oxidation. Then use the other end to clean the battery post until you see bright, shiny metal. But what happens when corrosion becomes so stubborn that even a terminal brush struggles to remove it? That's where the next method comes in. Number 6, fine sandpaper method. When corrosion becomes heavily hardened, fine grit sandpaper can be a highly effective solution. Simply wrap a small piece of sandpaper around the battery post and gently sand the surface until the corrosion disappears and clean, shiny metal becomes visible. You can also lightly sand the inside of the terminal clamp to improve electrical contact. Just be careful not to remove too much metal, as this can create a loose connection later on. But if corrosion has spread beyond the terminals and onto nearby hardware, you'll need something even more aggressive. Number 5, the white vinegar method. Another surprisingly effective way to clean battery terminals is with ordinary white vinegar. Because vinegar is mildly acidic, it can help break down stubborn corrosion and mineral deposits that may remain after using water or baking soda. Allow it to sit for a few minutes so it can loosen the buildup before scrubbing gently. While vinegar can be very effective, some heavy deposits may still require stronger tools to remove completely. And that's exactly what the next method is designed for. Number 4, wire brush method. If you're dealing with severe corrosion that has spread beyond the battery terminals, a wire brush can make the job much easier. Unlike a toothbrush, the stiff metal bristles are strong enough to cut through thick layers of corrosion, rust, and oxidation in just a few passes. Simply brush the affected areas using firm, controlled strokes until the buildup is removed and clean metal becomes visible. Just be careful not to damage nearby wires or plastic components while cleaning. But even after removing heavy corrosion, professionals often use one more product to get even better results. Number 3, battery cleaner spray. If you want one of the fastest and easiest ways to remove battery corrosion, a battery cleaner spray is hard to beat. These products are specifically designed to break down corrosion and neutralize acid residue with very little effort. Simply spray the cleaner directly onto the affected terminals and watch as it begins reacting with the buildup. Many battery cleaners even change color during the process, making it easy to see where corrosion is still present. After a few minutes, wipe the area clean or scrub lightly if necessary. But there's one important step many people forget after cleaning, and skipping it can allow corrosion to return much sooner than expected. Number 2. Compressed air method. After removing corrosion, many people simply reconnect the terminals and call the job finished. However, moisture and small debris can remain trapped in areas that are difficult to see. That's where compressed air becomes extremely useful. This step only takes a few seconds, but it helps ensure the terminals are completely clean and dry before reassembly. While compressed air won't remove corrosion by itself, it greatly improves the results of every cleaning method you've seen so far. But the number 1 method goes a step further. It helps stop corrosion from coming back at all. Number 1. Dielectric grease protection method. Most people think cleaning battery terminals is the final step, but that's actually where many make a costly mistake. You can spend time removing every bit of corrosion, only to have it return a few months later. That's why many professional mechanics apply dielectric grease after cleaning the terminals. Once the battery posts and terminal clamps are completely clean and dry, apply a thin layer of dielectric grease to the connection points. This protective barrier helps block moisture, dirt, and corrosive battery vapors from reaching the metal surfaces. As a result, corrosion develops much more slowly, keeping the connection cleaner for longer. In other words, cleaning removes existing corrosion, but dielectric grease helps prevent future corrosion. That's why this simple step earns the number 1 spot on our list. And that's it. 10 simple ways to clean battery terminals and improve your battery connection. Before spending money on a new battery, try these methods first. Before you head out, here's one final tip. Battery maintenance isn't something you need to do every week. A quick inspection every few months is usually enough. If you notice white or blue corrosion starting to form, clean it early instead of waiting until it becomes a bigger problem. A few minutes of maintenance today can help prevent hard starts, charging issues, and expensive repairs later. Also remember that keeping the battery securely mounted is just as important as keeping the terminals clean. A loose battery can vibrate while driving, shortening its lifespan and even damaging the internal plates over time. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more car maintenance tips, and I'll see you in the next one.